welcome to the last show of the day, Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. And we have a lot of amazing people on during Bundle Week, some who have been on the show before, some who haven't. And this guest is one of my favorite recipe creators. And I can honestly say that her offering in the bundle is one of my favorites because it is a whole food, plant-based, oil-free, refined, sugar-free dessert book. And she's going to be making one of the recipes from the book today, mini banana split bundt cakes. Doesn't that just sound incredible? So if you want to support Vicki Brett-Gach and her work, please buy the bundle from her. Her unique link is right below this video. It'll also be in the chat. And please welcome her back to the show. How are you?
Hi, Chef AJ. I'm great. How are you?
Good. How cold is it?
Are you holding up?
Well, we're almost at the halfway point. 5 days down, 5 days to go. The last time I saw you, it was 6 degrees in Michigan. So what is it now?
It's in the 60s. It's a beautiful early spring day, late winter, early spring. So yeah, it's actually quite mild for this time of year, early March. So
Wow.
yeah, it's quite lovely.
Well, that's good. What have you been keeping yourself busy with?
So I've been keeping myself busy all week with the bundle, the excitement of the bundle, and coming up to this point, I've been working on the dessert book that I created to contribute to the bundle, which is called Feel Great Desserts. And it's 80 plus pages of dessert recipes, as Chef AJ, as you said, that are all completely sugar-free, oil-free, gluten-free as well. They can also be salt-free. Most of them are, but a couple of them have an optional sprinkle of salt, but you can definitely leave that out. And each of the recipes that I've contributed have a full page color photo to go with it. And there's ice creams and cobblers and cookies and cakes and donuts and all kinds of fun stuff. So these are recipes that are near and dear to my heart. I have lots of cookie recipes in here. I have a sweet tooth, and that's kind of what led me to this book because I really like desserts, and I know you do too. And I like to be able to have something that I can enjoy at the end of the day as a treat and feel good about tomorrow. And that's kind of my guiding principle in terms of like action items, is trying to make sure that the choices I make today are things I'll be proud of at the end of the day and tomorrow, and that kind of help me feel my best day in and day out. So that's what this book is.
Did you print the book out yourself?
I printed a copy of it just to have as a working copy. I did it a couple of times as I was working on this because I use these recipes in my own kitchen now. And I've got some cupcake recipes in here, speaking of that, and that are, just perfect for birthdays, and everything sweetened with just fruit, dates, bananas, things like that. So yeah,
that is stuff. So cool. Maybe you should make it.
Yeah, so I did print it out because it's just handy for me. I'm kind of old fashioned. I like paper. And so I do print some of the digital.
Cooking. I agree with you, Vicki. I don't care to cook from my phone. It's too hard.
It's too hard to see. I like to keep it, handy. I might even make notes on it. I don't mind splashing some vanilla on it and so forth. So yeah, it's kind of a cozy thing. Reminds me of how I grew up with cookbooks surrounded, all over the countertop and that kind of thing. So yeah, I like having that as well.
When you cook with your phone, it gets, your screen gets so, messy.
It does. It does. And it's just hard to keep it. Yeah, it's harder to read, harder to play with. So yeah, so that's what I've contributed to the bundle. And I'm very, very excited. I actually contributed a second thing, although this was sort of my major work, but this one I contributed as well, which is called Scrumptious Plant-Based Burgers and More, that I collaborated on with two other people that are part of the bundle, Sid Nodder and Valerie Wilson. And we actually created a video course of plant-based burgers from all around the world, plus some side dishes. And after the class, which we recorded and is part of the bundle for people to see how we made it in person, we also added extra recipes that we didn't even make during that recording. And so there's all kinds of burgers and extra burgers and side dishes and stuff you would enjoy with your plant-based burgers for year round. So that's a second one that's also part of the bundle. So
thank you.
Just wanted to throw that in as well. So I'm going to get started on this dessert, which is really easy. And that is really kind of a requirement for me, that a recipe be easy. There's not very many times a year that I'm willing to go to too much extra time, if not effort, because I just want things fast and simple, but delicious. So this is one of those very easy recipes. There's no fancy ingredients in it. And we're just going to put everything in the food processor. There's two different things because we're making a sauce that's a topping, also very easy, and the base, which is the banana cake. So here we go. This is how easy it is. Are we ready to get started?
You
We're going to
betcha.
put 3 ripe bananas, nice and ripe, into a food processor container. And I think that the riper, the better. These are just about the way I like these, but they could be even a little riper because the riper they are, the sweeter they'll be. And so we'll put that in, and then some rolled oats, just plain old oats, which will kind of create its own flour. Some dates. We've got a 1/4 cup of dates and a 1/4 cup of almond butter, just simple almond butter. If you aren't using nuts, you could use a
Applesauce.
sunflower butter, yes, or absolutely, you could use just applesauce for sure. And so we've got our nut butter in here, just a 1/4 cup. And then a splash of vanilla and a little baking powder. And that's everything. And then we'll just turn this on and let it go for a couple of minutes. I'm going to make some noise here. So it's a perfect time to buy your bundle on your other device. But I'm going to let it blend to a nice smooth consistency that's like a cake batter, because that's what we're looking for.
While she's blending, I'll just tell you tomorrow we have 6 shows going from 9 to 5, starting at 9 a.m. with Veganosaurus. Be meeting Susmita for the first time.
That sounds great.
It looks like you're using the Breville.
So I am using a Breville. I used to use a Cuisinart, but I've really come to love this. I got this, it's been a couple years ago, and I actually saw the show that you did with Kathy Hester, and I contacted her about it as well, because I had all those, like you, I had all those additional pieces and wasn't quite sure how to use them. I think I used them a couple of times and then I forgot how to use them, but she helped me, and now I'm using all of them, the julienne and the dicer, and I love all of those
I used
pieces.
it right after I learned, and then I didn't, and then now I forgot again.
Well, we'll have to do another show together. Yes.
No, just come over.
I would love that.
So
we've got this nice batter, and it's just a very simple, you saw how few ingredients there were. And I'm just going to scoop this into a pan. Now, here's where the bundt part comes in. So I have a Silpat bundt mold pan, and that's what I'm using for my mini bundt cakes. But if you don't have this, you could use, there's other brands that make the same thing available on Amazon. I like this one a lot. It makes 8 cakes, and I use this all the time. But if you want to make if you don't have that pan, which you may not, you can certainly make these in muffin cups instead, and it'll be basically the same idea.
Those are so cute. They're really
They are so cute. They're so cute. I really love these. So they're very fun, lots of different ways you can use them. And so for me, they were worth having an extra piece of equipment. I like these. But now I'm going to just give this an extra stir to make sure that everything's all kind of blended nicely, and use a scoop to just create my muffin cups, my bundt pan, my bundt cakes. So I'm just scooping my batter in here. And again, it's making 8 of these. If you have something else that you're wanting to use instead, you could use something smaller, you'd make more. You could use something, you can use, really these will work in anything. You can make these in little brownie bite pan. They'll just be little. They won't be the cakes, but you can do anything you like because it's your kitchen and you can make them any way you want. And then we're just going to stick this into a 350 oven. This pan with our bundt molds filled with our batter. We'll just put that into the oven for three. Right, they're really cute. So we'll put those into the oven at 350 for 20 minutes, and then we'll put our topping on. Now I'll show you what happens next.
I want to tell you something. Brittany Giroudi's in the house, and she says she loves Vicki and that your bundle book is so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Brittany. That's so kind of you. I'm thrilled that you said that. Thank you, and I'm so happy that you're joining. How lovely. So I actually took these I made these earlier in the day. I only have 5 left because my husband ate a few, but
he ate 3. He ate 3 apparently.
He did, and they're really good, and I don't blame him.
Funny.
But so this is what they look like when you pull them out after 20 minutes. I like to let them cool completely in the pan before I unmold them. But they're really nice and pretty, and you can use this any way you like, just like this. There's so many ways you might top these, but I'm going to show you what I like to do to turn these banana cakes into the mini bundt cakes with the banana split topping. So the next thing we're doing is making our chocolate sauce. Very few ingredients.
Do you remember the cartoon called Banana Splits growing up?
I don't think I know that one.
You never? Oh, I love that. The Saturday morning cartoon, 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Fleagle, Drooper. You don't remember?
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
You must be young. Oh,
I'm not. I'm sure I'm not.
Okay.
So
it was a great show. Great show.
Well, it sounds like it. I'll have to check it out. I'm putting in here some cashews. That's going to be the base to make our sauce nice and creamy. And I'm going to add to that, let's get a fresh spatula. I'm going to add some date syrup. That'll be our sweetener, along with some cacao or cocoa powder that's unsweetened. And I'm making a chocolate sauce. That's what's happening here. And I want to tell you, it's really easy. It's really fast. And it's really, really good. It's so good you could drink it. In fact, this is so good that you can make this into hot chocolate with some steamed plant milk, or add it to a coffee, turn it into a mocha. You can use less liquid. I'm about to add some water to turn it into a thicker frosting to put on top of a cupcake. So this is very multi-purpose sauce that I like to use in lots of ways. Now I'm adding just a splash of vanilla. Could use vanilla powder. And that's all there is. We're just going to blend this right back here real quickly. And I'll just say before I blend it that if you have a high-powered blender like a Vitamix, you can put everything in and just blend it right away. If you do not, then you may want to soak those cashews before you blend it, just to make sure it gets nice and creamy. So here we're going to make noise again.
I love her dish towel hanging on her oven. How's everybody doing? If you bought the bundle, I'd love to hear from you in the chat what you like. Anne says, hi, Chef AJ. I watch your videos all the time, and I'm so thankful for all you do. Much gratitude, and thanks for teaching us how to be kind to ourselves by eating well, and also in turn helping others in the earth too. Thank you. That's very kind.
Oh, that is lovely.
Yes, thank you. Oh, Debbie says your hair is so pretty.
Oh, thank you very much. That's so nice. So the next thing we're going to do is just top it. And so I actually just have some sliced strawberries, and I'm going to slice a banana, and that's how we're going to top this with our chocolate sauce as well. So we're just going to slice this up. And we're getting ready to assemble.
Did your husband eat them untopped, or did you top them for him?
They were untopped.
Oh.
If he wants topping, he has to wait till tonight. It's 7 o'clock in Michigan, so this will be his evening treat. That's probably enough. So we're ready to top these and show what happens. So what I like to do with this sauce, as I mentioned, is it's all ready to use right now. And we can just pour it into like a jar, because this is so nice to have for leftover in the refrigerator to put over homemade ice cream or nice cream or any of the kind of baked goods that are in fact, I've got 2 different recipes for homemade ice cream. In fact, you could make those in the Ninja Creamy. There's all kinds of fun ways we can do this. But I just like to keep this in a jar so that it's handy in the refrigerator. It actually stays fresh for weeks. So here we are. We've got our sauce. And then we can just put it on top of our delicious bundt cakes.
Ooh. You know, there's a Ninja Creamy book in the bundle. Nate Maris, who made another ice cream book.
I do.
Yeah, it's really good.
I remember the first one from the first year. His books are amazing.
Yeah.
So we're just topping it. I mean, you can't have too much sauce, right? You could have as little or as much as you like. And then again, you can make it a little thicker if you want to. And then we're going to put on some strawberries. And you can be as careful as you like with all of these steps. They're so good that you kind of want to dig in with a fork as soon as you have it, it's ready, as soon as it's ready to serve. So we can just add a little extra right there. And then bananas. And of course, this step is right when you serve it. The cakes you can make ahead. The cakes you can actually freeze.
Your husband better come back and eat 3 more.
Or else I will.
Yeah. Well, there's 5, so he can have 3, you can have 2.
That sounds fair. All right. And then here we go. Banana Split Mini-Bundt Cakes are ready to eat.
Those are gorgeous.
They're really, go ahead.
I was going to say, when you have a second, I'm going to screen share and show your book.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to say that these are so full of whole food that you could have this for, it's a lovely dessert, obviously. But I should say, obviously, to me, I think it's a lovely dessert. But it's also something you could have for breakfast or share with your kids for breakfast. It's just really fun. And you could stop any stage of the way, along the way, if you didn't want to go to all of the steps that I did, which were not hard. We've got it all done in 20 minutes. But if you wanted to, you could use a different kind of fruit. You could use just the chocolate sauce and nothing else on top, or just the fruit. So yeah, these are very flexible, and they're really delicious. So birthday worthy.
Is there ever pineapple on a banana split?
Yes. There is, I believe. You can get that I feel like you could get that at Dairy Queen or something like that. I don't know. But I think that'd be great with fresh pineapple on top as well. Blueberries. I mean, there's just no end to what you might want to put on top.
That sounds
To
amazing.
be creative.
Show people your book without showing the actual recipes. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. So I put everything in a little folder that I call Bundle 2024. And after you download it, you'll have a big list like this. It's in alphabetical order. Vicki starts with a V, first name. So she has 2 offerings, but we're going to click the dessert book. And you can see, look at this. What is this purple frosting? Oh my gosh.
It's sweet potatoes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And are those the little Penzi power of potato on those?
They are. I learned about those from you, and I thought that would be just so pretty on top.
Cute. So look at this book. It's over 80 pages. It's got beautiful photographs. Look at the names of some of these desserts. I'll go slowly. Apple pear crumble, strawberry chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, chocolate cupcakes with purple sweet potato icing, raspberry jam chocolate chip cookies, strawberry sprinkled chocolate donuts, fresh fruit tarts, espresso oatmeal cookies, apple butter oatmeal cake. Wow. Chocolate chip raspberry oatmeal bites, Man, spiced toffee pecan cookies. I'm not reading all of them. 20 sweet potato brownies. I don't know what a fagato is, but you get an afternoon one for sure. Pumpkin spice chocolate truffles, black forest cupcakes, frosted spice oatmeal cookies, cinnamon cappuccino ice cream. Look at these beautiful mouth-watering photos. I'm gonna go quickly because it's not fair to just give the recipes, but I can show you just some of the beautiful photos in this book. I'm going fast, I know, but ooh, look at that. So if you want, oh, beautiful. If you want this book, get the bundle. Look at popsicles, a little of everything, cookies, candies, cakes, pies, ice cream, yum, yum, and stop share. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of this book. I'm so happy to be able to share it with you and to be able to launch it in the bundle because it's such a fantastic opportunity to get so much value all at once. I'm so excited just about the bundle myself, just having gotten to get a sneak peek for the few days before it launched. And there's so much in there.
Yeah, what do you like in there? And also please feel free to talk about your burger book, but what did you like so far in the bundle?
So there's so much, but I think one of the things that grabbed me right away was that Dr. McDougall is launching his mini course on gut health in this that's never been released before. So I can't wait to dive into that. That's one of the first things I want to do. I've started to just download I've downloaded all of it. I've started to review some. Every time I go back in to look, I add a few more to my list that I want to just explore in more and more detail. And that's part of the fun. It's like just a treasure chest of opportunity. But I'm very excited about Broccoli Mom's
Yeah, yeah.
Great North Indian
Indian cookbook
vegan
is
cookbook.
really good.
And Well Your World's favorites are in there, and Your Goodman peanut chews. I'm going to be making that, and Tammy Kramer's Cooking for Company, and the Spring Inspiration Cookbook that was created from all the collaborators, all the contributors that will never be available again. It's just 70 additional recipes on top of everything else. Lisa Rice's book Around the World of recipes for all around the world. I made her sloppy joes already. Mujadra is next on my list to make from there. I mentioned Tammy Kramer. I've already made several recipes from her Cooking for Company book, which are absolutely delicious. A mango peach crisp, I think it was, and minestrone, and what's the third one that I made? Breakfast potatoes. And Rebecca Stoner, speaking of recipes I've already made, her Just Eat Plants book, I made her flatbread with sweet potatoes, which is amazing. And Amanda Sick has this really great book
Yeah.
of recipes as well. And yeah, there's just so much. It's like, where do you start? There's just so much. It's like a buffet of lovely inspiration. And so that's, part of the fun of it.
Yeah, I'm Tammy Kramer. I'm on the air now, but she just stopped by and brought me dinner. She's such a sweetheart because she's cooking a lot of stuff. And so I think it is from her entertaining book because I think there's going to be the corn muffins and the potato leek soup. So this is very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Oh my God. Once people click on it and see it, they're gonna love it. It's you got to click. Clicking doesn't mean
You got to
buying.
click.
Clicking just means looking. Yep.
Yeah, just explore. I think that everyone owes it to themselves and their future health to just click on it, just explore. You're not making any commitment until you just take a peek at it. But it's really hard to say no once you've looked at it. But if somebody chooses to, that's certainly up to them. But you have to at least look. And there's only a few days left. You just have to at least look. There's a reason that we're all so excited about being part of it and about sharing it, because this is an opportunity for people who are less familiar or maybe very familiar with this way of eating that just want a little bit of support, some new ideas, some additional opportunity and it's not all recipes either. There's
Right.
yoga.
Yeah. There's actually a question in the chat that I was going to answer right now. And it's from, forget who it's from, because it's about, is it all ebooks? And let me see who asked that. Da, 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 da. Is the bundle all ebooks? Asked Kathy. No, but there are many ebooks. In fact, there's over 2,000 recipes in it. So the bundle is a combination of many things. There's actual courses, video courses like Dr. McDougall's gut health course. There are exercise courses like from Ella Majors, and there's a bone health course from Eileen Kapsafidis. So there's a lot of video courses. And there are also coupons, for example, $10 off Plant Strong and other vendors of plant-based items. So that would be not an ebook, that would be a coupon. The recipes are usually an ebook, but often they're also ebook and video. So for example, one of the things I put in the bundle was my course with Lissa Maris that we sell for $197, and it's a make it cooked, make it raw book course that we taught, and it's 6.5 hours of video. But of course, it's going to have the ebooks with it, but you can watch it as well. There's a $500 course in there, cooking course from Kelly Williamson, and a $200 course from Chef James Sant. And we're not making this up because obviously you can't follow 150 of us, but these things are sell on their website for that, and they'll go back on their website for that afterwards too. And Annie says,
Exactly.
Annie says, I downloaded all into a folder while listening to the replays. Very good. It takes about 20 minutes. So Joan downloaded the bundle, looking forward to trying new recipes. Try my Goodman peanut chews and my lemon blueberry cornmeal muffin. I've been trying so hard to get live in the kitchen just to make one of my recipes, but I got so many shows. I'm hoping I can make that happen before the bundle is over. Have you made, do you have a food dehydrator, and have you made any of Lissa's wraps?
So I haven't yet, but I have downloaded her book, and I have my Breville oven is a dehydrator as well. So that's what I'll be using to, I ordered the pans to, create the wraps. So I've got everything ready. I got the spatula, I got, a number of the things that to be ready when the bundle's over to start playing with that as well.
Wait, so are you saying you can get pans that will fit in the Breville that will make wraps? I did not know.
Yes, you can. Yeah, different sizes depending on the size of your oven. Breville is right? That's what they are. Yeah. Yes, depending on the size of your oven, they make different shape pans that will fit in the in your oven, and then dehydrate is one of the settings.
That is fantastic to know. I've never
Yes.
used my Breville as a dehydrator because I have a dehydrator and it's in the laundry room. So, and also I'm using my Breville so much during the day. That's probably why, but I'll be curious to see how that turns out for you.
I will let you know. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So,
I'm thinking I'll just do it overnight, and then
why
it'll be
not?
ready the next day.
Yeah, then the
Yep.
house will smell great. Do you have a copy of your book nearby? You want to brag about it? And how's it going?
I do. I do have a copy of my book, Chef AJ, and it's called The Plant-Based for Life Cookbook. And Chef AJ's quote endorsement is on the back. Thank you for that, Chef AJ. And yeah, I'm very happy to share this book. It's available on my website or also through Amazon. And the Plant-Based for Life Cookbook, deliciously simple recipes to nourish, comfort, energize, and renew. And the book is full of advice about how to reset your pantry and what kinds of equipment is helpful to get started with. And then similarly to my dessert book, every recipe has a photo that I took, and full page photo next to it. And we've got burgers and salads and some desserts and soups and breakfast foods and sauces and all kinds of stuff. And I will say that every recipe in here is different from the recipes in that I've shared in the dessert book. That's completely unique recipes that are not in here. And so, yeah, that's available as well. And I hope you'll take a peek.
That's very, very nice of you. Last call for questions. Oh, what model Breville do you have? Asked Kathleen. Mine is called the Pro. It's the $400 one. I got at Bed Bath and Beyond. What is that? What yours is? Do you know the actual name of it?
I'm looking and I don't see the name of it, but I believe that's the one as well. It's the biggest one that they made at the time that I got it. In fact, I've upgraded more than once, maybe at least once, maybe twice, to get the bigger one when the air fryer, came out.
Is it called like Smart Oven Air or something like that?
Yes, yes, yeah. That sounds right. And it's got a wood. I have a cover as a cooling rack on top of wood that is available. I have all the all the bells and whistles of accessories that you could get with it at the time. And they
yeah.
might make one bigger, but that's the biggest one that
Yeah, I love it because
at the time.
it's the only thing that makes a lot. But what's cool about it is it can do so many things. It's a toaster. It proofs yeast. You can bake, you can roast, you can make pizza. There's all these different settings. And I love that it doesn't heat up the whole house the way that the oven does in the summer, you know?
Absolutely. And you can air fry. And so that's the other fun thing with that you can air fry in it while, and you can use it as a warmer. It's extremely useful. We use it every day.
My favorite thing about it is even if you have a timer on your oven, it doesn't turn the oven off. And so if you're somewhere else in the house or get busy, I've burned things because Alexa's beeping and I'm somewhere else. But with the Breville, whenever it's done, it just shuts it off, just like
Yes, it does.
So that's my favorite thing about it. So I actually hardly use my regular oven. I just use my Breville for everything.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love
I
it.
love it too.
Yep, they make good products. They don't give us anything. They don't answer their phone for us, but they do make really good products. And I have their processor and their air fryer, and I'm very happy with it. But
Me too.
yeah, and of course my trusty Instant Pot. Those are things I use every day.
Every day. Same here. I use those every day. Instant Pot. I use a Zabor, same idea, but a different brand that I like a lot, and same idea.
Nice. All right. Well, so great catching up with you. Thank you for the
So
beautiful.
good to see you too. Thank you for fitting this show in. I'm so happy to share this delicious recipe with everyone, and appreciate the opportunity to chat with you a little bit.
Hey, somebody says, I'm going to get the name, but first, Annie says, Melissa Maris's hand salad in disguise book looks amazing, and I plan to try some this weekend. I think you'll like them. And they're mentioning that Kiki has a weight loss cookbook and cheat sheet in the bundle. Yes, she does. It's beautiful. And somebody said that you remind them of Bette Midler. Have you ever got that before?
There is somebody that said that to me before. I've heard that just from one other person. That's funny.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, we play this on Chef AJ Live. Who does the guest look like? Funny. Well, you better call your husband because you don't want those banana splits to melt.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Vicki, and thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow for 6 more fabulous shows featuring our bundled presenters, and we will start at 9 a.m. Pacific time with Susmita from Veganusaurus. She'll be talking about the magic of making dairy alternatives at home. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.